Betty Kyalo with News Center. Betty, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning, Linda. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So I'm sure now you are happy that you're done for the day, so you can enjoy your holiday now, Linda.
No, but Betty, I've earned my pay. Come on.
Well, I salute you for that, Linda. Thank you so much for Worldview. That was a really comprehensive coverage there. And for now, though, we want to now focus on stories that are currently developing right here in the country. And of course, we have quite a jam-packed bulletin in the next 2 hours. As you know, each news center is going to be bringing you the latest news developments. Of course, starting out with what happened yesterday in Mombasa. That is our top story this morning. Remember that you can interact with me. Hashtag News Center is what we always use here, but you can also choose to tweet me directly at Betty M. Kyalo for the various discussions that we will be having today, the 12th day of September 2016. All right, let's go straight to our top story. And police in Kenya have now identified 2 of the 3 women who staged an attack at a police station in the coastal city of Mombasa. Police said the attack was carried out by Tasneem Yakub Abdullahi Farah, who lived in Mombasa's Kibokoni area, and Fatuma Omar, also from Kibokoni. The third suspect has not been identified, but all 3 were killed in the foiled terror bid. 3 other suspects are now in custody. They have been identified as Saida Ali Haj, Naima Ahmed, and Shukri Ali Haj. Ali is Somali refugees. They all were Somali refugees. Well, they're said to have hosted by the slain terror suspect. Police are now appealing for information that could lead to the arrest of other accomplices in the attack. All right, thank you so much for staying with us. This is News Center. KTN News, of course, is where you get the whole story. Of course, that remains to be our top story this morning. But other news events that we are also covering for you is the Eid ul-Adha, and Muslims across the world are today marking the Eid ul-Adha festival. The day is marked to honor Ibrahim's willingness to in submissions to God's command. Now, those who are well off are expected to sacrifice their best halal animals to symbolize Ibrahim's sacrifice. A third of the animals' meat is then distributed to the poor, with the rest distributed to family and friends. We will be having details of the different events that are taking place right here in the country, of course, here on News Center. But also something else that we're keeping an eye on: Maasai leaders are expected to perform traditional rituals to cleanse the family of the late William Ole Ntimama and kick off celebrations to honor the former cabinet secretary. Well, the rituals will be held at the late politician's Motonyi home in Narok, where he will be buried on Wednesday. The request to have a pre-burial ceremony was made by Ntimama's age mates, local churches and governors from Maasai land and residents. All right, so that is, of course, another story that we'll be focusing on. Our Victor Gala is going to be joining me live later on to give us the latest in preparations for his burial come Wednesday. All right, let's now go back to our top story, of course, this morning in regards to that terror attack, that foiled terror attack that took place yesterday in Mombasa. And now police have identified 2 of the 3 women who staged an attack at the police station in the coastal city of Mombasa. Police said the attack was carried out by Tasneem Yakub Abdullahi Farah, who lived in Mombasa's Kibokoni area, and Fatuma Omar, also from Kibokoni. Now, the third suspect has not been identified, but all 3 were killed in the foiled terror bid. 3 other suspects are now in custody. They have been identified as Saida Ali Haji, Naima Ahmed, and Shukri Ali Haj, all Somali refugees. Now, they were said to have been hosted by one of the slain terror suspects. Police are now appealing for information that could lead to the arrest of the other accomplices in the attack. All right, so we want to speak to our John Juma, who's covering, of course, this developing story for us. John, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, what kind of information are police out to look for in regards to arresting the other accomplices? And do we know the number of the other people who are still being sought after?
Thank you, Betty. Very little is coming out from the police quarters as they carry out this investigation. What we know is that they're being led by intelligence, and right now they're not only targeting those whom the three suspects communicated to via their phones, but they're also now targeting the relatives of the killed three ladies. We expected that, were it not that today is a public holiday, then they will have been arraigned in court. Probably police will have asked for more days to carry out their investigations. But since today is a public holiday, we expect that probably tomorrow the three suspects who were arrested in Kibokoni area will be arraigned in court. We don't know the existence of terror cells within Kibokoni area, but the fact that the three suspects who were killed live in Kibokoni area and their accomplices were also arrested there, then it's possible that police are widening their investigations to put Kibokoni area and Mombasa at large on a microscope to ensure that at least all those who are related to these people in one way or another in terms of their ideologies are interrogated. Betty?
Terror suspects. Now, we understand that they are actually Somali refugees. Do we know how long they had stayed in the country and anything related to that?
I think those are some of the crucial questions that police officers will be trying to unearth, because as I told you earlier, very little is coming out from the police officers as they carry out these investigations. We still don't know the three Somali refugees, how long have they been in Kenya? Were they in Dadaab, and when did they come to Mombasa? If that's the case, for how long have they stayed here? How is their network in Mombasa area? And one thing that is disturbing police officers and even political class is that this is the first time we are seeing women being in the front line in such kind of attacks. We've only reported before ladies who are trying to go to other countries to be brides of terror suspects or terror groups, but we've never seen ladies take this kind of courageous decision to carry out an attack, more so inside a police station. So there'll be many questions which are being asked, but let me just repeat myself, very little is coming out from the police quarters right now.
Scanty information that, is there right now, and of course the police are trying to get as much detail as possible before they can even relate to the media. But also we understand that they were trying to release a terror suspect. Has that been confirmed, or is it just hearsay?
Not yet confirmed, but KTN reliably learned that last week, actually on Thursday, a former police officer from an elite squad was arrested in Mombasa, and he was booked in Makupa police station. Later on, he was transferred to Mombasa Port police station just for maximum security, and later on, this suspect was taken to Nairobi. We don't know, but there could be possibility that maybe this was an attempt to rescue the suspect in the police custody, not knowing that maybe the suspect was not there. But police officers, they're only confirming that yes,